Hey there. So for one of our first big projects, we're going to build up to it by thinking a little bit about ourselves. I want you to take a look at this list. These are star qualities, and perhaps you remember learning about these things, eighth grade maybe, or sometime like that, and you know these concepts. I want you to take a look at this list and think about, where do I need to grow a little bit? Where is an area that has been a struggle for me? What's tough? Where am I falling short a little bit? And if you need to take some time, pause the video, look them over. And once you pick yours, I want you to have that in the back of your mind as we go forward. What's something that's a big deal that you want to explore a little bit more? You'd want to look into this because it's impacting your life, yourself, other people. Okay, so hopefully you have picked one that you like. Now I'm going to go to this slideshow. You can join me on it. You can open it yourself, and you can work through it right as we go. This will be what you do with that star quality. So in this class, we're really going to be focusing on, like I said in the syllabus video, argument, um, moving people to a belief, position, or course of action. So what's a stance that you have that you want to prove to be true and move your reader to believe? And so I want to just practice our way through a little bit with some guided journaling. Okay, so next slide. On a piece of notebook paper or typed, you probably might like it to be typed, so you could just put this like on a separate window and open a new Google Doc. So you can still see this slideshow, you can still see my screen with the questions, and pause the video once you're good and you want to start typing, and then restart up the video again when you're ready to go to the next part. I would try to just free write, free type a little bit so that each one of these slides has about a paragraph of response. Okay, so let's try it out. First off, let's type argument on your screen. Now, what is the star quality that you picked that's really holding you back? What's the problem? How would you define it? What does it look like? What's been going on? What are you doing instead? You're not doing that star quality. What are you doing instead? And what do you need to be doing to be better? What could you do to help yourself get better at this? Take a little bit of time, just respond. What's the problem? What's your argument about the star quality of how it's impacting you or other people? Pause, restart when you're ready. Okay, hopefully you've taken a little bit of time to write, type on your Google Doc. You've thought about what's the issue, what's the star quality that's not working out for you. Now let's get into some background, the next element of argument. At the top of your, or underneath your first section on your Google Doc, now let's type background and let's describe, how did you get here? How did this trouble start in your life? What happened for you to develop this habit? You type for a little bit, pause the video, type for a little bit, and then restart when you're ready. Okay, so hopefully you just wrote for a while about the background that led you to the trouble with your star quality, how you got there. Next, let's type reasons and evidence. And we can list this out and type full responses, but bullets are fine. Why is your star quality the one that's lacking? Why is it a problem? What reasons do you have that this is causing you problems in your experience? What is the problem with the star quality? What's the evidence of how it's ruining things for you? How can you solve this problem? I would probably try to list out 3 or so reasons for why that struggling star quality is a problem for you. Pause the video, type for a while, restart when you're ready. Okay, good. So hopefully you were able to explore a little bit about why this star quality is a problem for you. What's the evidence, the proof that it's not working in your life? Now, let's take a look at counter arguments. So this would be, what would an opponent, or, and it's probably not an opponent because this is your issue, what does the real you say to this? Or a really supportive person that you care about, a friend, how would they counter the argument? Um, what are the reasons you can't, won't, or don't change? Then what would you say back? So, right underneath, you can format it with counters and then rebuttals. And so you're thinking, okay, so if I have this problem and there are reasons that it's impacting my life negatively, a friend or a really nice person or me myself being lazy might say, yeah, but is it really that bad? Is it really interrupting my life that much? Everybody else does it. I kind of like doing it. I don't really want to change. What are some counter arguments that an opponent might have? And then how would you defeat those counter arguments? How would you respond to them and say, actually, it is a big deal and it is going to impact my life long term if I don't change it? Pause the video, type up your response, and then we'll come back. Okay, good. So hopefully you have a nice little free write here, basically, of your argument about your own star quality that's problematic. What I'd like to do right now is just show you one that I made myself for this assignment. So here I have a sample outline for Comp point 5. We're in Schoology right now, but you have Google Docs. I'll put it in there too. So here was mine. My selected star quality was teamwork. I am not very good at working with other people in a team. My reality is that I'm selfish and self centered. I don't really like working with other people a lot. And so I relabeled this first section, introduction. What's going on? Why is this problematic for me? Here is my thesis. This is my argument. It's a problem. That's what it means for me to not be a good team player. Then background. How did I get here? What in my life led me to not be a very good team player? Then what's some evidence that showed me, some reasons that showed me this is a big deal? How did I get to the other side a little bit to start realizing it's a problem? And finally, down here, what do other people say? What would an opponent say as an opposing view? And how could I refute that? And then I've added my conclusion, which you don't have to worry about quite yet. So hopefully right now you have a free write and you can take a look at my example here on this sample outline, which is really just a more formal version of your free write. Back to the slideshow, what you can start thinking about then is, how would you format this? How would you like to format it? You could go in the typical style, classical structure, which is what we literally just did, or you might like to do a narrative style where you just tell your story and build in those components throughout. Okay, so this is hopefully what you've done here for today. Just done a little free write of your troubling star quality. I will be taking a look at these and give you feedback. If you're worried about anything, just put some comments on there. This is like a super no pressure assignment. So if you're worried, let's just put some comments and tell me what you're concerned about, what you want me to look at for sure. Okay? Okay, sounds good. Have a great day.